So as part of my presentation today, I will be providing an overview and highlight some of the research that is taking place and also talk about the growth that has taken place over the course of the last year. The last year has truly been one of the best for VCU. We have seen record enrollment. We have seen our development funds that have been at the highest ever. Our rankings as a public innovative university in the top 20. Our Blue Ridge rankings have improved. Our rankings of the individual schools and colleges are up. The number of graduate programs that are in the top 50 are up. All in all, we are really doing incredibly well. And what I present to you today is really the work that is taking place across all our campuses, including our campus in Qatar. And then because of all the collaborations that are taking place across the globe, not just nationally, the impact of what VCU is having is really incredible. And as you all know, the Biden administration has recognized and designated Richmond as one of the 31 technology hubs in the entire country. So whether it is semiconductor research or microchips or AI or healthcare or devices or drugs, we at VCU are going to be at the forefront of making sure that we can facilitate and enable this. And how our research funding has grown really 72% in the course of the last 5 years. We were at about 270 million, and now for FY23, we were at 464 million, and the trends are growing. I don't know where we will end up this year, but we are definitely on the right trajectory. If you look at where this growth took place, it took place on both campuses. And it has also, the growth has been commensurate to the implementation of our strategic plan. But what really matters, more than the numbers, more than the dollars, is the impact of what we do. Are we impactful or not? The likes of Dr. Ken Kendler and Alex Christ and Dr. Sanyal, they represent the top 1% of faculty whose work is being cited in their fields worldwide. That's amazing. We have the likes of Dr. Sarah Spiegel and Barbara Boyne, who are in the top 100 of female researchers, to Vanessa Shepard. Dr. Shepard has been listed as the researcher, the American Cancer Society Researcher of the Year. The renewal of the CTSA by Jerry Moeller and, of course, Dr. Wynn, and the renewal of the Cancer Center grant, and more importantly, the comprehensive status and medicines for all. In addition to all these people, they're all members of the national academies. National Academy of Science and Medicine and Engineering, and we have others who are now being recognized into the National Academy of Inventors. What this means is research and innovation and impact is part of VCU's DNA. That's who we are. So all of this growth, of course, has been very, very intentional. And to be intentional, you have to be strategic. We created these 4 initiatives: enriching the human experience, optimizing health, research in the area of justice and equity, and sustainable energies and environment. But I think the important thing here is to recognize the research that is going on in these areas, they're not happening in isolation. If you look at various areas, they are all interconnected. We are impacting and addressing some of the global most important grand challenges in the space of climate change and energy, in the space of health, societal well-being, and chronic diseases, and developing new advanced technologies, and we are addressing national security needs. Let me take a few minutes to really talk about the impact of what some of our faculty are doing. Our faculty in the School of Education and Humanities and Wilder and Social Work, etc., are working at the forefront of societal well-being. Research that we do in addressing health and chronic diseases, we do a lot across the institution. The MCV campus is obviously at the forefront of it, but we have faculty in engineering and humanities and in Wilder and in education who are also working on different aspects of chronic diseases and health. But the MCV campus, where we have nursing and dentistry and College of Health Professions and the medical school, of course, we're working on aspects where people are doing fundamental sciences, basic sciences, and applied research to address issues of cancer and addiction, whether alcohol or opioid use, or disparities, and so much more. Moving to a different space, climate change and energy, whether it's the work that is taking place at the Rice River Center with work on carbon sequestration and carbon recycling, to the coral reefs, which are all a reflection of the local climate change, to work on batteries. How do you create these long-lasting, safer batteries? There are a number of people working there. The impact of extreme heat on health. It is amazing what work is going on at VCU. Just in the last 10 years, we have had over 60 startups. 77% of those were in Virginia. Over 50% are still viable. And these companies, they have resulted in close to $100 million of follow-on funding that is going to make a difference to this ecosystem that we are now growing here at VCU. It's not, these were all faculty-led startups. And we have a number of our faculty, Dr. Bowen, and who's looking at materials for safer surgeries, to Dr. Lee and Wang, who are developing these devices that can measure electrolytes at home, to Dr. Sif, who's looking at virtual reality for blind surgeries, to Dr. Saifo, who's looking at the drug that has been developed for sickle cell, moving into clinical trials, and Dr. Everett Carpenter and Bertino, who have developed these aerogels that will be used for energy-efficient housing, are leveraging technologies such as machine learning, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, to address all kinds of fundamental issues, whether it is cyber crime or it is using virtual reality to address healing, or to making sure our satellites are resilient, to making sure our nuclear reactors are protected. And I want to close with this slide. VCU's state of the research is growing, it is strong, it is impactful, and as we go with the onward, it's unlimited. So thank you for all that you're doing, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with you all what you all are doing. It's an amazing thing for me to do. Thank you.